So welcome everyone to my session. I shall be giving you the insights on the segmentation, targeting and positioning. तो पहले समझ लेते हैं कि segmentation, targeting और positioning होता क्या है. Before we go into this chapter, let us first of all understand how the segmentation, targeting and positioning are relevant to any marketing organization, and what is the practical significance of segmentation, targeting and positioning in the field of marketing. So let us assume that you want to launch a product in the market. Now, when you want to launch a product in the market, it would be based on certain needs and wants of the customers. So the customers which will be having given set of needs and wants can only be segmented. You will be dividing your market based on the demographic characteristics, psychographic characteristics, behavioral characteristics, and other characteristics through which you will get to know who will be your potential customers, who will be your market, and how you can target those customers. Because the market will comprise of everyone, right from children to the adults. Suppose, for example, you are going to manufacture the adult diapers. Now, in your case, when you are manufacturing adult diapers, so your market segment will comprise of only adults, those who belong to that particular age or above that particular age group. This is how you will be able to target your potential customers, because you cannot spend your entire resources on the entire market when you know that the market will comprise of only very few customers which are in a particular area. So rather than spending your entire resource in the entire population, you should be focusing your resources and energy only in the given market segment. For example, Mercedes Benz, if they would like to segment the market, they will try to identify those places or those cities in India which are having income level of the population above than that particular limit, which can easily afford that Mercedes-Benz car. They will not target the executive class people. They will always target the higher executive level people, especially the people working in senior level position in the corporate world, having a salary of not less than 20 to 30 lakh minimum per annum. That will be their market segmentation, because if they would focus the middle class customers, probably out of 100 they will get only one customer for this particular Mercedes Benz. So that will waste their entire resources and energy. And you know that money which is being spent in the form of advertisement, promotion and all such kind of activities, that will be not returned back to the company because it will be waste. So market segmentation is very important. Now for market segmentation, you are applying all the 4 P's of marketing. As I said, 4 P's of marketing comprise of product, place, price and promotion. So whenever you are launching any product or service for a given market, you first segment the market for whom you are going to launch this particular product. Who will be your target customers? Based on the segmentation, you do the targeting. You identify that out of these potential customer, all the population, these are my potential customers who can really give me the business. Now, when you know that these are your target customers, you can create a positioning of your brand by just giving the advertisements that will be targeted to the audience, by doing promotions that will be targeted to your target audience, and by doing all such kind of marketing activities which will be directly related to those target audience only. For example, Lamborghini, they never give the advertisement on TV commercial breaks, but their sales are very high because they are directly targeting those potential customers who are having self-actualization stage, wherein they have achieved all the needs of the hierarchy of Maslow's hierarchy, and they are reaching at that stage wherein nothing is left to be achieved, and they are at the very top position in the society. They have a very high regards from the people in the society, and because of their income, because of their status, they like to have that luxury vehicle, so that everyone can link that luxury vehicle with their social standard or with their living standard. So, and the same is the case with the Audi company also. Audi, if you look at the top end models, they never give the advertisement of top end models on commercial breaks. Rather, they will give the advertisement of Audi as a brand. But for top-end model, they are directly approaching those customers whom they find as the potential customers. So market segmentation is based on the type of the product, the nature of the product, the classification of the customers based on the age, income, gender, ethnicity, orientation, language, subculture, culture, and all other kind of things. Once you have identified, it becomes easy for you to channelize your resources in the right direction. Once you channelize your resources, just like for example, आपने देखा होगा लेंस, बचपन में आप सभी लोगों ने खेला होगा. अगर आप उसको सनरेज जो आ रही हैं और उस सनरेज के अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में अगर उसको रखते हैं तो उससे एक छोटी सी एक ऐसी रे निकलती है जो सामने पड़ी किसी भी चीज को अगर कंसंट्रेटेड अगर आपने उसको किया तो उसको जला देती है. चाहे पेपर रखिए, चाहे आप घास फूस रखिए, कुछ देर के बाद आप देखेंगे उससे धुआं उठने लग जाएगा. तो मार्केट सेगमेंटेशन करने का मतलब क्या है? आपको पता चल जाता है कि आप इतनी बड़ी मार्केट में जो आपने क्लासिफिकेशन किया है, वो क्लासिफिकेशन के बेसिस पे आपको कहाँ कहाँ पे कैसे कैसे टारगेट करना है. नाउ फॉर एग्जांपल, अभी पॉन्ड्स कोल्ड क्रीम है. पॉन्ड्स कोल्ड क्रीम का एक बड़ा पैक आता है, एक छोटा पैक आता है. छोटे पैक के लिए वो मार्केट सेगमेंटेशन करेंगे जितने भी लोग पीजी में रह रहे हैं या ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं, राइट. बड़े पैक के लिए वो फैमिली को टारगेट करेंगे तो उसके लिए मार्केट सेगमेंटेशन में वो फैमिली को कंसीडर करेंगे और उसी के बेसिस पे उनकी एडवर्टीजमेंट, प्रमोशन, प्राइसिंग स्ट्रैटेजी, लोकेशन बेस्ड स्ट्रैटेजी डिसाइड होगी. So market segmentation, targeting and positioning are very important part of marketing strategy, and we will understand. First, let us try to understand the content of Unit 3. Unit 3 contains segmentation, target marketing, positioning. Then under that, segmentation concept, needs and benefits, geographic based segmentation, demographic based segmentation, psychographic based segmentation, and behavioral basis of segmentations will be covered for the consumer goods and the services industry. Then basis of segmentation for business market will also be covered under Unit 3. Levels of segmentation, then criteria for effective segmentation is also going to be covered. Then market potential and market share. And then target market, concept of target market and criteria for selection. Then segmenting market, niche and local marketing, mass marketing, long tail marketing. Then we will also cover the positioning strategy, the concept of differentiation and positioning, value proposition, and unique selling proposition. So these are the important points which will be covered under Unit 3. In case if you have any doubts or any difficulty, you can further ask me the questions by raising this directly or on the chat box or just asking me immediately. I will answer.
But you are not audible.
Hello.
Hello. Am I clear now?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Am I clear now?
No, sir.
No, sir.
बहुत कम आ रहा है सर.
Slow. Yeah, always.
Okay. Is it clear now?
No, sir. अभी बहुत
No,
कम
sir.
आ रही है आवाज.
Actually, there is a network issue, and that is how I am also struggling. I'm trying my level best to make the voice clear to you. Is it clear now?
Okay sir, it's clear sir.
It's clear?
Yes sir.
Yes.
Okay. Wherever you find that my voice is not coming properly, you can please tell me. Okay. As I was telling you about the contents of Unit 3, this Unit 3 will cover up the course outcome, that is applying. Here, you will apply the principles of segmentation, targeting, and positioning to the real world marketing offerings. That will be commodities, goods, services, e-products, and e-services. Now, when we see the concept of segmentation, targeting, and positioning in a nutshell, as I said, segmentation is all about dividing the market into the distinct groups of customers using segmentation practices. And for that, you use the 4 P's of marketing. 4 P's of marketing talks about product, place, price, and promotion. Product means deciding about the type of the product, packaging part, labeling part, the shape of the product, features of the product, warranty and guarantee terms associated with the product, and all other attributes which are related to the product, that will be covered under the first P of marketing mix. The second P of marketing mix talks about the pricing strategy. Under that, you understand the market, and based on that, you offer the pricing terms and conditions. Like for example, cash payment, credit payment, discount offers, and all other such kind of promotional offers which are being given at the time when the sales are low. That comes under the pricing strategy. Now, if you look at the example of Big Bazaar and DMart, they have a everyday low pricing strategy, wherein whatever the current rate of the commodities are there on a given day, they are selling it cheaper than the current rate in the market because they are purchasing in bulk, and that is why they are able to give you the benefit of the entire price discounts when they are buying the goods in bulk in volumes. Now, when you divide the market into different and distinct groups based on the characteristics of the population, in that case, you have a clear understanding which is going to be the most attractive segment for you, because the marketer cannot target all the segments. The marketer can focus only a selected group of segments wherein they know that the chances of getting the potential customers are very high. For example, if you would like to target the dairy milk, your population will be the kids, the teenagers, and the adults. But in case of adults, the population under that adults will be until 50 or 55, because after that people generally don't like eating chocolates because of the health reasons. So the most attractive segment for you will be right from the children to at least 50 years of age group of the customers. So market segmentation will tell you that if you focus in these particular age group, probably you will get more business as compared to focusing on plus 50 age group people, because they might get health reasons, and sometimes people when they get retired, they don't spend their money for such kind of things because they want to go for the savings and the investments more. There is a population which goes for the luxury also, like for example travel. They go for traveling, they go for purchasing the bungalows, the plots, they go for purchasing the farmhouse, they go for purchasing lands also. But the tendency is seen that normally after 50 plus, people don't consume so much of chocolate. So for the chocolate brands, for example Mondelez India, which is manufacturing Cadbury in India, they will focus only on these age group people, and the more attention will be towards the kids, the teenagers, and the college going students, because there is a trend. And for that purpose, Cadbury has come up with the tagline of Cadbury celebrations. Earlier, the advertisement strategy of Cadbury was entirely different. They were only focusing on the kids, but then they observed that the business is not increasing. So they had changed their entire marketing strategy by launching an advertisement wherein a girl was showing dancing and the boy was singing a song, Kya Sawad Hai Zindagi Mein. So that was the song which was sung by that particular actor in that TV commercial, which has resulted in great business and increase in the revenue of the Cadbury brand at that point of time. Now, when you look at the other aspects, I I have other examples also. For example, in case of Bajaj Chetak, they had targeted the market with their strategy Hamara Bajaj, and everyone else was having this particular name of Bajaj on their particular tongues, because Bajaj has created a positioning in such a way that it appeared to be the scooter of the entire family, and for especially for the middle class. So they had targeted the middle class segment, which were actually using the bicycles earlier for transportation. So they had provided them this particular means of transportation. With that feeling of Indian brand, people had got more connected they got more connected towards Bajaj as compared to any other foreign brands like Yamaha, and there was Suzuki also. So there are a number of examples from the past wherein the companies have done segmentation successfully and they have achieved the results. Now, if you look at targeting, targeting is all about determining which customer group segment to focus your marketing efforts on. Now, the market is very huge. If you want to manufacture the candy, you should be targeting the kids. because teenagers may not be consuming the candy and the adults will not like eating candy in the public. So in that case, when you have segmented the market based on the age group, you will be focusing only on the kids, and that is what the targeting strategy tells you. Suppose if there is a luxury brand, for example, Bombay Marche. Anyone knows about the brand called as Bombay Marche? Please speak up. Anyone knows about this brand called as Bombay Marche? What is Bombay Marche, Devendra? Any idea?
No, sir.
Yes, Devendra? You wanted to say something? No idea?
No, sir.
Okay. Anyone has heard about the name called as Demu? A brand, very famous brand called as Demu. Okay. So I would like to tell you that Bombay Marche is one of the most expensive watch in the world. And it is far more expensive as compared to Rado, Omega, Rolex, Tag Heuer, Swiss Eagle, and all other premium category watch brands. They are one of the most expensive brands. And when you look at that Bombay Marche in India, very few stores of Bombay Marche are there because they know who would be their target customers. They cannot open their stores in every place. They have selected stores in India. Now, same is the case with Demu. Demu is one of the most expensive shoe brand in the world. Very expensive brand. And you might not have come across with not even a single store. Wherever you are living, you might not have found that single store. Still, they are one of the most premium brand shoe in the world. Coach, another example. They are one of the most expensive bags brand in the world. And the Coach bags starts from 40,000 to $60,000 if it is of that pure fine leather taken out from kangaroo or from the crocodile. So they will be targeting only those customers which can actually afford it rather than targeting on the mass. They know who are their potential customers. Based on the market segmentation, they will identify it and then they can position their brand accordingly. Maruti Nexa has separated their showrooms from the Maruti just because they knew that the middle class consumers will go directly to the Maruti showrooms, whereas the higher middle class customers who have slightly higher income range will go for the Nexa, which will offer the better features, the advanced features in the vehicle as compared to the top end models which are being sold at the Maruti showrooms. So when you go in Nexa, the top end features, the features of top end model of Maruti showroom becomes the features of the base model in Nexa. This is how they have done the segmentation. And with this strategy, Maruti is very successful today. Maruti is having 7 vehicles which are under top 10 selling brands in India in 2020. So that tells the entire story. Because they have successfully segmented the market, they have successfully targeted the market. They know that the premium car should be targeted to the range of these kind of customers, and the normal cars up to 10 lakh or 11 lakh rupees, they are selling it at normal Maruti showrooms. They have entire different strategy. If you go to normal Maruti showrooms, you will find that even the color of the paint is also blue and white. That tells you about the calmness, soothing a particular environment to the person who is not so rich but is aspiring to purchase a vehicle for his family. But if you go in Nexa, they have an entire different color pattern. They have a silver and a black pattern. Even the balloons inside the Nexa showroom are of silver and black pattern because silver tells you about the richness and the premiumness. They want to tell their customers that they are different. And for that purpose, if you go in Nexa and want to buy a car, they will deliver the car inside the showroom. Not only that, they will cut the cake for you and on the screen your name will appear. They will congratulate you from the hands of the general manager of the showroom and in presence of the entire staff, the keys are going to be delivered inside the showroom, not outside the showroom. This is the only showroom in case of hatchback segment and the and in case of the SUV segment, wherein the vehicles are being delivered inside the showroom. That is their positioning strategy. They want to create a positive impression in the mind of the customers that they are very important to the company. When the customer goes to the showroom and wants to inquire for any vehicle, they take that particular feedback from the customer at the time of leaving, and if the customer gives 6 or 7 rating out of 10, which means good and very good, it means they are not satisfied with that. Any questions until now? Any questions from your end, please? Anteshwar, would you like to ask me a question?
No, sir, no.
Okay. Any other question from anyone else? So far, have you understood everything?
No doubt, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, so as I was telling you about the concept of segmentation, I have explained you with the help of the examples of Cadbury. They had changed their entire strategy just by focusing to the kids. They had started focusing on the adults, but then they realized the college going student can increase the sale up to a particular limit. So what they did was they came up with a unique idea, that is, at the time when the country was facing the problem of adulteration, the sweets were coming up with adulteration and with harmful chemicals. They had come up with this unique marketing strategy, that they had launched Cadbury celebrations packages, wherein the Cadbury celebrations packages proved as one of the better substitute for the sweets. Now people were very happy giving the Cadbury celebration packages to their family members, to the formal groups, to their boss, to their colleagues, to all such kind of people, rather than giving them the sweets, because the shelf life was very good as well as the quality was also very good. So this is the example how they had done the positioning of this particular brand in the market. Now when you look at it, positioning is about creating an image in the mind of the customers. Segmentation is about dividing the market into distinct groups. Targeting is about determining which customer segment to focus. All these strategies forms the basis of the marketing strategy. Without proper segmentation, targeting and positioning, the organization cannot generate the revenue. Even if they have a very strong finance team, very strong production team, very strong logistics team, but if the segmentation, targeting and positioning is not done properly, it will ultimately lead to failure, or sometimes lead to totally replacement from the competitors. Now when you go ahead, you should understand what is the definition of market segmentation. So market segmentation is the process of dividing a broad consumer or business market, normally consisting of existing and potential customers, into subgroups of customers known as segments based on some type of shared characteristics. Now when I want to sell this earpods, I know for this earpod the market segment will be the teenage, not the teenagers, that will be actually the people, those who are working and those who don't have time to take on the calls from the mobile phone directly. Those who are always on call will be my target customers, and for that I will segment the market based on the income group. I will segment the market based on the particular level of social level or the social status, and then I will segment the market based on the liking towards a particular brand. It is a possibility that for this particular earpod segment, the first choice would be the Apple, the second choice would be JBL or some other brand. So I need to understand where do I stand in the market, and for that purpose I am segmenting the market. Wherever the most potential or the most attractive segment is there, I will target only on those segment and I will leave other segment, because I cannot spend my entire money, entire resources on all the segment, because the result will be very less. For example, advertisement. The advertisement comes during the commercial break, is being seen by all, right from the kids to the adults. but do you really know the actual conversion of the advertisement is really very less, and that is why the organizations have now shifted their focus from mass advertisement campaigns to on the shop POP displays, wherein the customer who is visiting, that person gets that information of the particular product or the service right from the shopkeeper, and it is proving to be more cost effective as compared to the advertisement which are shown during the commercial break, which is actually giving the company huge cost. So market segmentation is very important. Now when we talk about the STP stands for segmentation, targeting and positioning. These strategies will tell you as to how to go ahead in the market. Now let us understand the segmentation process. From 1920 to 1980s, the need for segmentation was very high because the companies were producing the goods and services and they were not able to identify the right customers. So as market size increased, the manufacturers were able to produce different models that pitched at different quality points to meet the needs of the various demographic and psychographic market segments. Now this is the era of market differentiation based on the demographic, socioeconomic and lifestyle factors. So you classify the market based on these demographic characteristics, as I said, age, income, gender, family size, family life cycle. Socioeconomic characteristics means level of income. Lifestyle factor means how do you see yourself, whether you see yourself as a celebrity or whether you see yourself as a common man or whether you see yourself as someone who is having high regards and high respect in the society. So that forms the basis of market segmentation. I gave you the example of Titan Raga also. They had targeted the women who are working and in the age group of 25 to 40, whose salary is not so high, and that is why the price range of the Titan Raga brand watches was kept from 5,000 rupees onwards to 15,000 rupees. The purpose of keeping the price from 5,000 to 15,000 was just to ensure that the working woman, especially in that particular bracket of income, will be able to afford a luxury kind of watch and they can flaunt that watch while they are working in the organization. So Titan Raga has become a very successful brand in the market because of this strategy. Now when we talk about these kind of strategy, let us understand that while you are segmenting the market, you need to be very careful about such kind of characteristics of the customers. There is a possibility that if the product does not match with the given class of market or given segment of market, and the customer are not accepting it, the competitor will take advantage of that situation. And for that purpose, you need to constantly update and revise your strategy. For example, Maruti, when launched the Alto model, it was very successful in the market. For about a decade, it was amongst the top selling models of the Maruti. But then a time has come where the sales had reached to the maturity level. The demands were declining and the company had identified it, and then they had segmented the market once again by reinventing the product, by re-innovating the product, and they had come up with Alto K10 brand. Alto K10 model was launched, that was revamped because they knew that the existing model of Alto would not fetch the business, would not give the results and revenues to the organization. So the demographic characteristics were changed at that point of time. Even people wanted a safe vehicle with some good looking features, and for that purpose the Alto was transformed from Alto to Alto K10. So these are the characteristics. When you talk about the need for segmentation, why should we do the market segmentation? It is very important. So the first need is to reduce the risk in deciding when, how and to whom a product, service or brand will be marketed. कैसे, किसको, कब, कहां पे प्रोडक्ट की मार्केटिंग करनी है, उसके लिए मार्केट सेगमेंटेशन करना बहुत जरूरी है. अगर आप किसी को बोलोगे गंजे को कंघी बेचने निकलोगे तो हर कोई गंजा कंघी नहीं खरीदेगा आपसे. आप कंघी उसको ही बेच सकते हो जिसके पास में बाल है, तो उसके लिए आपको मार्केट सेगमेंटेशन करना पड़ेगा. एक छोटे से प्रोडक्ट के लिए जब आप मार्केट सेगमेंटेशन कर रहे हो तो आप क्या कर रहे हो, आप मार्केट में आइडेंटिफाई कर रहे हो कि कौन आपका कस्टमर हो सकता है. वो कभी इंसान कस्टमर नहीं बन सकता जिस इंसान के पास बाल नहीं है. आप अगर वॉलनट या अखरोट बेचने निकलोगे तो आप अखरोट बेचने के लिए आप उसी को कंसीडर करोगे जिसके पास खुद के दांत होंगे, जो एटलीस्ट उसको च्यू कर सकता है. तो ये मार्केट सेगमेंटेशन है. अगर आप एक फैमिली पैक आइसक्रीम बेचने निकल रहे हो और आपको पता है कि ये बंदा अगर अकेला रहता है, तो इंडिविजुअल कस्टमर्स विल नॉट बी कंसिडर्ड अंडर दैट मार्केट सेगमेंटेशन, स्पेशली फॉर द फैमिली पैक आइसक्रीम्स, बिकॉज the size is large, the quantity is high, possibility is that that customer will not buy the large quantity. And due to the same reason, the families are being considered by keeping in mind the size of the family. The different packages of the ice cream brands are coming in the market, starting from 750 ml and it is going up to 2 liters. So this is just based on the family size and it is not based on the income level of the consumer. Yes, there is some premium category ice cream also which is being targeted to the premium customers, right? For example, Magnum, it is very expensive. Now they cannot target the normal lower class customers because they know that the price is very high, chances of rejection will be very high. Only the consumers who like to eat something else, they want to eat some better chocolate along with the ice cream, for them they have this particular product. So when you look at the Magnum brand, it is quite expensive. When you look at the Casata brand, it is quite expensive. When you go in the perfume range, now for perfume range again, there are Dios. Now Fog is always targeting the youngsters, especially the college going people and the executives. They are never ever targeting the senior executive level people because they know that their brand does not relate to the senior executive people. For senior executive people, we have Titan, Titan Skin. That skin perfume range is very good, and for that purpose only, whenever you fly in the business class, especially in Vistara and Indigo, for certain routes in India, you will get a sample bottle of skin brand perfume over there. The purpose is they want to target only the executive class people because they know that they are the people who can afford it. Now Tata has come up with their particular wallet range also. Now when you go for the wallet range, you will find that the wallets are starting from 3000 rupees onwards. So they cannot sell it to normal lower middle class customers. And for the same reason, in order to reduce the risk in deciding where, when, how, and to whom the product, service, or the brand will be marketed, they have done the market segmentation. They are always targeting the executive class, senior executive class people. Now, to increase the marketing efficiency by directing the efforts specifically towards the designated segment in a manner consistent with that segment characteristics. आप आपकी मार्केटिंग एफिशिएंसी बढ़ाने के लिए, आपके एफर्ट्स को मैग्नीफाई करने के लिए आप मार्केट सेगमेंट को चूज करते हैं. एक बार मार्केट सेगमेंट में पकड़ बन गई तो आप जो भी प्रोडक्ट को टारगेट करेंगे वो लोगों को परसीव होगा, लोग उसको एक्सेप्ट करेंगे. अदरवाइज प्रोडक्ट रिजेक्ट हो जाएगा और मार्केट में वो टोटली फेल हो सकता है. इज दैट क्लियर? रूरल मार्केट में जाके एप्पल का फोन बेचोगे तो मार्केट उसको एक्सेप्ट नहीं करेगी, चाहे कितने भी अच्छे फोन के फीचर्स हों, कितना भी बेटर क्यों ना हो वो ब्रांड. और अगर आप सिटी में आके बेचोगे, एक ऐसी सिटी में जहां पर कस्टमर का प्राइस, कस्टमर का एफोर्डेबिलिटी जो है वो थोड़ा हाई है, तो आपका ब्रांड सक्सेसफुल भी हो सकता है. तो मार्केट सेगमेंटेशन है, ये आपको बताता है कि कौन से कस्टमर को किस प्रोडक्ट से आपको टारगेट करना है. छोटी पेट बॉटल कोका कोला की अगर आपको टारगेट करनी, यू विल ऑलवेज टारगेट द youngsters, the kids, and the teenagers, and the college going people, and sometimes the executive level people. But when you want to target the PET bottles, 2.2 liter PET bottle, it will be always targeted to such customers who want to do the party. It will be always targeted to families. It will be always targeted to people who are living in a group. For example, in PG also you have friends. So for that purpose the market segmentation is done, so that you can maximize your marketing efficiency. Is the point clear to everyone? Any doubt so far?
Yes, sir.
You may please ask. Okay, so as I'm going ahead, we have now understood the need for market segmentation. Now let us try to understand the benefits of segmenting the markets. Benefit क्या होते हैं? तो सबसे पहला है better matching of customer needs. Now the customer needs will differ. Now I'll take you the example of साड़ी. साड़ी में बहुत तरीके की साड़ियां आती हैं, बनारसी साड़ी है, पैठनी है, राइट. उसके बाद you have n number of options. Now in that case, when you want to better match the customer needs, you need to understand what type of customers are, what is their income, what is their requirement. For example, अभी recently I have attended a marriage function at my hometown, and that was a Marwadi family. Even the buttons of the coat were made of pure gold. The entire marriage ceremony was having an expense of around 50 lakhs. The doula, the bride, and the groom. The groom was in an outfit which was having diamonds and all other precious gemstones studded in the particular sherwani. And the bride was having that particular lehenga, which was also having the pure work of gold and silver, and the gemstones were there. The cost of the sari was not less than 80-90 lakhs as per the sources information. Now, when such kind of brands, when such kind of manufacturers are manufacturing such kind of sari, will they be targeting the normal class people like me? No. They will be always targeting the people, those who can really afford it, whose income is quite on the higher side. They will never be targeting such kind of people like me who cannot afford such kind of expensive things. So when the product is being launched, at that time the company wants to match their product with the customer needs, and you know that market to market the needs will differ. For example, the trimmer of Panasonic or Philips company or Siska brand, they are not targeting the rural customers, even though rural population can afford it, but they like to have that shaving from the razor, whether they do it on their own or whether they get it done in the saloon. It is irrespective of that thing, their first choice is the razor. And when the trimmer is being launched, that time these companies had focused initially the students, then the people working in the organization, because they have a less time to replace the blade and then to apply this particular foam and get that lather and then do the shaving. So for that purpose they had launched this particular brand in the market. Same is the case with the mixer grinder. Now mixer grinder today has been upgraded to food factory. In that food factory, you can make a dough, you can cut the salad, you can do all other things. For that you require different blades or probably different choppers. You can do it with the help of the latest advancement that is called as a food factory. Now Bajaj is having a food factory, other companies have also launched their food processor. So when the companies are targeting the food processor models, they are not targeting the people living alone, the people those who are living separately. They are actually targeting the people those who are living in family, because the requirement of such type of things always happens to be in the family. And for that purpose, the market segmentation has been done. That in the target marketing case, you can recognize and you can remember and recall any advertisement of a home. आपने बिलबोर्ड्स देखे होंगे रोड के साइड में, बड़े बड़े बैनर्स लगे रहते हैं, होर्डिंग्स होते हैं, बिलबोर्ड्स होते हैं, न्यूज़पेपर में आता है। जब भी कभी किसी प्रॉपर्टी का या घर का एडवर्टीजमेंट आता है, वहां पर जो आपने इमेज देखी होगी, बैक साइड में आपको प्रॉपर्टी दिखेगी और उसके आगे आपको एक फैमिली दिखेगी जिसमें एक छोटा बच्चा होगा, लड़की होगी, हस्बैंड वाइफ होंगे। वो क्यों करते हैं ऐसा? क्योंकि घर कोई इंसान अपने लिए नहीं खरीदता, सिर्फ घर खरीदता है फैमिली के लिए। तो उस हिसाब से अभी रियल एस्टेट कंपनीज वाले भी टारगेट करते हैं, इनकम के बेसिस पे वो लोगों को टारगेट करेंगे।